Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, my friends. Guys, please subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, and by all means, drop a comment and share them with anybody who might get something out of it. Love when you guys comment. Love going back with you guys. Well, and then, guys, just thank you so much for being here. Like every day, guys, I love doing these videos. I love this channel, and I love the person it's helped me to become in the life that I'm starting to lead. Guys, we're going to talk about the same things every day, guys. I don't know why I try and throw a topic out there and I just go off about my day anyway. But we're gonna talk about standing by your word, okay? I got a call last night after posting my video that a heating system I'd worked on in a course. You're gonna get callbacks from time to time, guys. It's part of business, and sometimes it's something you did, and sometimes it's something you didn't. And regardless, when you work on things, you gotta take care of these things. And when I did the job last week up in Nashua, New Hampshire, now I was a little reluctant to take the job because it's really it's a good hour plus ride, and but you know what? It's a regular customer who's been throwing me a lot of work. It's his good customer. He asked me to do it, and I said sure, I'll do it. Now here's the thing: when I get up there, it ended up being a lot more than we didn't know. I had no idea walking into it, and it ended up being $1,000 boiler repair. And the customer is an absentee landlord, so it's not like anything they're seeing. And it's a apartment they're renting, and I'm sure it's not a huge money rental, but anyway, it ended up being $1,000. And they had actually tried to, and as a matter of fact, I gave them a pretty good deal at the 1,000. And they tried to knock me down on that, and I didn't. I held my guns, and I'm glad that I did, because one thing, they went ahead and did the job. They paid me to do it, and but they were very adamant about the warranty, and sure enough. A week later, I get a call. The heat's not working. And of course, the lady was immediately, make sure you tell your guy. He told me, 2-year warranty and 6 months on the parts. And I'm like, listen, don't worry about it. I told you, I honor my work. Of course, I'm going to go up there and take care of it. So this morning, I drove back up to Nashua, New Hampshire, and thank God, the only thing it was is it's a long baseboard heating loop, and some air had gotten trapped in the system. And on the Peerless boilers, they're very particular. They got a pretty high volume pump, and if you get any air in the boiler, any air in the baseboard, it'll cavitate as the pump is pumping the water back into the boiler, and it'll cause the pressure to increase, and it'll shut it down, and that's exactly what had happened. Fortunately, I didn't end up having to buy any more parts for it, and sure enough, if I tried to charge them anything, I would have had a fight in my hands. But again, I had just worked on the boiler. I did have to drain the system because I did replace the pump, and apparently I didn't get all the air out of the system. Where there was some more air trapped in it. And regardless, I was purging the system. I should have made sure there was none left. It was certainly working fine when I left. But again, I'm glad that's all there was. So I spent about an extra hour there because again, it's over an hour ride, and I don't want to have to go back. So I spent a good 3.5, 4 hours there today purging the system. I made damn good and sure everything was up to par. Went through the whole boiler, made sure there was no other problems. There wouldn't be any reason for another call back because again, I don't want it to look like I didn't do a quality job because I did do a quality job, and I don't want them to have any other problems. And I know damn well I'm not going to be able to hand them a bill, so I'd rather spend the time once and get this thing straight, make sure we're good. And guys, I walked away feeling like $1 million, even though I drove and spent $40 in gas and I'm not going to recoup any of that. But again, that's why I charged the $1,000 in the first place, and that's why I didn't come down on the price when they asked me if I would. I held my guns, and I made enough money on it that it was okay going up there and spending half the day today making it right. And I didn't. And honestly, in previous days, I would have tried to come out that sideways. I would have knocked on. This morning, I literally got up first thing and shot right up there because I wanted to make sure they understood that I stand by my work, and I wanted to make sure there was nothing major wrong with the boiler. And I was very happy to find out it was literally just a little bit of air trapped in the boiler. The boiler was still running, but it was not putting adequate heat out. So simple enough, I repurged the system, made sure it was good, stuck around for a while, made sure there was no other issues, no other problems with it, and I let them know absolutely free of charge, no charge for this, and you're all set, and have a great day. And everybody was happy in the end. And then I drove back and went about my day, right? Ended up going to the gym a little bit early because it was too late to start another job, and just had a good afternoon, guys. Went and did some grocery shopping, just took it easy, right? You're not going to go out there and make $1 million every day, but I've been making really, really good money lately, and it was only a matter of time until something's going to happen. And of course, being what it is, it would be the job that's the furthest job I've done away that I got to go back. And And you know what part of that was, guys? That was the day I was leaving to come back here to do another job for my former boss that he tried to get me down here for noon. And I told him I couldn't be there till 3, and I didn't make it till 3. Well, that was the job I was leaving. And again, even though I said to myself, I'm not letting him pressure me, well, I still let him pressure, and basically, had I not had another job to come, I probably would have spent another half hour on that job and made sure, maybe, ran a couple more buckets of water. But I was trying to get back to Massachusetts for another job, and it wasn't even my job. And there you go. Look, every time I allow something like that to happen, it just cost me half a day today. So there's a second lesson in that. Don't put somebody else's work before your own, and somebody else screws up their schedule and tries to put it on your shoulders. What I should have done was told them straight up, no, I've got a job. I'm going to be in New Hampshire. I probably won't make it back to do your job, and leave it at that. But again, I thought I could fit them both in, and apparently I didn't think I had rushed this job, and I thought I'd taken the time, but apparently I didn't, because now I had to go back up and spend half a day in New Hampshire and make it right. And that's fine. I had no problem with that, because it was my actions, my decisions, and another lesson learned out of it, guys. And thank God there was no harm done, and it didn't cost me. Because honestly, had I got up there and there was a problem that was $200 or $300, I probably would have eaten it just to keep the customer happy, because I made a little bit of money on it. And even then, I did make decent money. I think I spent, when I charged them $1,000, I think I spent about $380 in parts. So I made decent money on the job, and there was certainly enough to go up and warranty my work, and it was a good opportunity to show people that I stand by my work, and I'll go up and take care of it, and then I'm not going to go up there and, find some other problem and find some way to say that wasn't my issue. And I told him straight up what it was. I said, yep, nope, I apparently didn't get all the air out of it. We got it all purged up now. No harm, no foul. You're all set. Have a great day. And that's the beauty of it today, guys. I believe in myself, and everybody's human, and so when something like that happens, I'm not, like in the olden days, I would have been making up 19 different excuses as to how it wasn't my fault that there was air in the system that I just worked on. Like, clearly, guys, you know what I mean? And you just look like an idiot lying through your teeth. I mean, today I don't feel that necessary, and I believe that's a big part of why things are going as amazingly well as they are. My recovery advisor that I did the Harvard Scholarship with, I had my regular meeting with her today after we had the phone interview yesterday, and she let me know that after I left the Zoom call, she stayed online with the scholarship board. They got to work out all the details. And she basically told me that they checked into it, and because again I'm still waiting. I was approved, but they got to make sure there's enough money left in the scholarship before they could actually sign me up. And they did basically say they're quite certain that they're sure there's enough for me to be taking the course at Harvard. I may not have extra money on the scholarship to buy recording equipment, and that's fine. I don't need any recording equipment. That would have just been a bonus. And not necessary. I'm doing just fine recording on my laptop and my phone, so not a big deal. But now I know at least I'm going to be able to take my course over at Harvard University, and I'm thrilled for that. And I think it's going to help me greatly. It's going to I'll be able to speak more eloquently. It'll teach me a little more about writing if I want to rewrite stuff or write speeches or whatever before I go on speaking engagements. And it's just one more feather in my cap, and it's just one more beautiful sign from God that I'm doing the right thing and I'm on the right path. And guys, I say these things to you, and I'm trying to find better ways to translate it, but I'm trying to encourage you to understand that you can do all these things. There's nothing overly special about me other than I'm putting the desire and I'm willing to put in the work, and I'm paying attention to every little thing. I'm almost hyper vigilant to what's going around, and not hyper vigilant in a stressful looking for problems way, but I'm looking at all the blessings, and I'm looking at the way that my energy engages and what I'm getting back from the way that what I'm putting in. And it's shocking to me, because it's something I never did. I was the most, reactive, non-paying attention, go with the flow, not worried about, anything that came up and what it cost. And today, nothing could be further from that. I did notice that I just got one of my banking statements, and I'm looking at it, and I haven't spent a dime on either any of my 3 accounts yet, because I don't use out-of-network ATMs, and that was the furthest thing from the truth before. I'd get it with $60, $70 a month in out-of-network ATM fees, because I just was always pulling money out. No, I don't do that today. I go to the bank and put money in the bank today. I'm not always pulling money out. My business account, I got notified today that I could do a virtual card for it so I could access the business. And I'm like, why? I'm like, I've got my personal account, and I can, that's the beauty of today, guys. I don't have to. The $22,000 that I won on that roulette wheel last week is still sitting in the app over there. And somebody asked me, oh, did you pull it out? Yes. I said, no, why would I? It's actually in a crypto app that's actually really low right now. And I'm quite certain if I leave it there, it's going to come back up to its normal. I don't think it's going to go through the roof or anything crazy. But it hovered around like 24 cents was its average. And right now, and when I got my $22,000 on it, I got it at 12 cents. So if it goes back up to 24 cents, it's going to double my money, and I'll have 44 or $46,000 in there. So why would I be in a big hurry to take it out of that account to put it in a bank account where I might make a 1/4%, when I might be able to double the money in the next 6 months or 8 months? And that's the beauty, guys. When you're doing everything right, you can start to see the bigger picture. And that is the most amazing thing to me. And here's the thing, guys. I used to talk about my videos all the time. I needed to heal my relationship with money. And I told you I was doing the hypnotherapy. Well, I did that. I did my 30 days. I don't think I made it 30 days because I couldn't sleep through the app. It was waking me up every night, so I stopped doing it. But again, I still have it, and I'm still engaging. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a 3-day hypnosis seminar coming up. I think it's like, I think like May 12th or something like that. It's coming up very soon. I'm going to do like a 60-hour hypnotherapy to further, take me to the next step. But I can clearly see that I've healed the warped relationship that I have with money, because guys, look at it, in 3 months I paid off, it was like $10,000 or $12,000 in the hole when I got out of rehab, and I paid that off, and now I've got $6,000 or $7,000 saved in the bank, on top of all my bills paid for the next 3 or 4 months. Like, clearly I'm working on my relationship with money. It's working out really, really well. Guys, everything I'm doing is coming up spades, and God is blessing me at every turn. Spirit, universe, Buddha, Allah, whatever you guys want to, however you want to say it. I don't like the idea to box it out, but again, I choose to call mine God, my higher power. Guys, I'm living intentionally. I'm doing the work. I'm taking the lessons. I'm going out and trying to be the best version of me every single day. I'm trying to help as many people as possible in all the appropriate ways. And it's funny, I post these same videos on TikTok, and then I end up getting a million messages every time I say something like this. And it's all these different people that want handouts, and I don't. Again, it's not about that. That's not, people that don't want to, people that are capable and sitting on their ass not doing anything don't deserve a handout. It's those that are struggling and trying to do better. Those are the ones you want to bless and you want to help out, and that's what I do. And it's funny, I'm pretty good at discerning between the two, yet they keep coming. I had one earlier today. This girl hit me up on another platform, and I love your message. I live near you, and she does. She actually lives not far. It's about a 20-minute ride. And went through and again, I felt it coming in the back of my head. I said, that's another one of these, whatever. I mean, everybody has their own hustle, and I got no problem with that. But I'm not out looking to hire a call girl. And again, God forbid I'd be wrong, because she's just, 34-year-old pretty girl, and I was talking to her, but sure enough, she's invited me over tonight. Oh, hey, why don't you come over tonight after work? No, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. I'm just playing along. No, and I'm literally buying groceries to make dinner, because I know it's, there's got to be something coming with it, right? And sure enough, I get the old, well, do me a favor and just stop and get my grandmother an Apple gift card, and then in other words, that's the way prostitutes get around, being called charging for sex. They have you go buy them an Apple gift card now instead of exchanging cash. I have no idea. I've never heard of it, but apparently I googled it, and apparently that's the big thing now. So sure enough, it is what it is, and expect it. And I just don't understand why people would go this. Why would you take 3 days of texting? And if that's what you're going after, you just wasted all of your time and my time, because I'm not coming to pay you. Come on, give me a break. Anyway. It is what it is, and it's just one more lesson learned, no harm done, because I wasn't about to play along, and I knew full well the way she came about it online. Literally, she was inviting me over to her house before she even knew my name. More or less. And I'm like, all right, clearly something's up with that. So guys, use your discernment. There's so many scams out there today online. And if you want to, and the thing is, guys, I'm trying to build my brand and build my social network following, and so I've got to deal with a lot of it. I'm posting on more and more platforms and driving views and traffic to my channels. And guys, as a matter of fact, on the other platform I post on daily, TikTok, I was actually monetized there last night. I'm now eligible to promote products on my page, and also I guess I can use music on my videos and get paid for that as well. Not interested in that, because I'm literally talking, so music in the video is kind of ridiculous. But I was looking through some of the products, and there was one particular company I really like. They make really high quality t-shirts with really good positive messages on them. they're sending me a couple of free samples, and I'll wear them on the video, and providing I like them, and I do that and promote it on the video, and then I get I get an affiliate link. If anybody buys it through the channel using my code, I get money on that, and then and then if the video gets so many views, I get a few dollars on that. It's not going to make any difference, but you know what? I'm getting a nice couple of T-shirts out of it, and I'll be happy. And here's the thing, guys: I won't sign up for anything I don't try and don't like, and I will not promote anything because it's not going to pay my salary. I'm not going to quit my job over it. But it's a beautiful sign that I'm on the right direction, and my early stages, my little foundation that I'm building here is looking really good. Guys, every day something really encouraging happens in my life, and it's because of all the things that I'm doing, and you can do the same. You got to get out of your own way. You got to get out of your comfort zone. If you want things to get better, you got to do better. You got to do different things. You can't do the same things and expect different results. That is literally the definition of insanity. So I'm doing different things, and I'm making sure I do good things. And it's funny, guys, because when I almost step out of line nowadays, it is, for somebody that was always sideways and always coming at things the wrong way, like, I step out of line the slightest bit today, and it feels so immediately alarming to me. And that's what it tells me I'm highly in alignment, and I love it, guys. I'm not doing this for anybody else's benefit but my own, and I do the channel to help other people. But I help other people to benefit me because it makes me feel good about who I am, where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm doing. And life is just getting better and better and more beautiful in the day. All right, we're getting up there in time, guys. I'm trying to keep these low to keep the engagements high. Guys, remember, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Do your best, you know what I mean? And then the next day, do better. You can. I'm here to cheer you on, and if you have anything you need a hand with, by all means, drop me a comment or send me an email if you want to keep it private. I will never put you up there online, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Guys, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.